So verse 17. So it says, when Jesus arrived at Bethany, so he stayed there a little bit longer. He finally made his way back. The disciples warned him against it because we know that he's a wanted man. He was told that Lazarus had already been in his grave for 4 days. 4 days. Bethany was only a few miles down the road from Jerusalem. You just shared that. And many of the people had come to console Martha and Mary in their loss. So there's a lot of people. It's not just Mary, Martha, Lazarus, and in those times, it was tradition when someone lost a loved one that everyone in the town would come and join them to mourn, to support them, to be that support system. And so there were so many different people there. And it says that when Martha, verse 20, when Martha got word that Jesus was coming, she went to meet him. I mean, Jesus is coming. She got word, and it says she went to him. Like, she didn't wait for him to come into the house to give his condolences. No, she ran to him. Like, to me, that's how I'm looking at it, right? But Mary stayed in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if only you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now, I know that God will give you whatever you ask.
And I want to pause there.
Yes.
Something.
So when you think about it, she's speaking, saying, if you would have been here, I know that with your power, with your Father, right? Like who you are, the Son of God, he would have not have died. But even though, look at her faith. When you think about faith, but even though, right? Because even though she says, I know that God will give you whatever you ask. That is faith right there. Yes, you know what? He's dead, but I know that God will give you whatever you ask.
So in Jesus' timing, in the Father, if we're in the Father's will, whatever seems dead, whatever is dormant, it's perfect timing for Jesus. And we're going to get to see the great and mighty power that he displays in a bit.
Yes. And I love that because it says, so then her faith, she still has faith, right? Now, it says, Jesus told her, your brother will rise again. And then Martha says, yes, he will rise when everyone else rises at the last day. So her faith in knowing what God can do is there, yet she doesn't truly know what God is going to do. Right. It's no different, right? Like that is hope, that, knowing that, okay, whatever you're going through, no matter what the outcome, it's when you don't know the outcome sometimes, right? Of what it's really going to play out or look like. God, you're in control. I have faith in you, no matter what it is. In this case, even though her brother was dead, she still displayed her faith in God. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And God's like,
just wait.
Yes. And it says, Jesus told her, I am the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me will live even after dying. Everyone who lives in me and believes in me will never die.
Do you believe this?
Do you believe this, Martha? Yes, Lord, she told him. I have always believed you are the Messiah, the Son of God, the one who has come into the world from God. Then she returned to Mary, right? So we just talked about Martha, her emotion, disappointment, but her faith. She kept her faith no matter what.